What does it take to succeed? Is it just greed? Is success a fickle beast that only luck feeds? Do you just need to grit your teeth to tackle tough feats? Or is it about the faith with which your tongue speaks? So what is it to fail? Is it punishment from hell? Is it meant to beat the boastful till they're vulnerable and frail? Perhaps it's just a test, and the punished one is blessed, and after failure and its depths comes the summit of success.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a late show on 95.6 FM. Please excuse me, I've been under the weather for the last few days, so if I'm coming across very dim and very faint-hearted, please excuse me. We are tonight live once again from one of my studios, Reading. We are the people's voice, your voice. In the studio, as usual, joined by brother Julian, producer Yasser, and we have a ghost from the past as well. He'll introduce himself in a minute if and when he wants.
I remember that guy.
Looks kind of familiar. Yeah. Could be a ghost. Tonight's title, we're going by failures. What is a failure? What do you think a failure is? And what do you do if you reckon you have failed in anything that you think you failed in? Julian, first to you, bro. Do you think you're a failure?
Do I think I'm a failure? I've felt like I've been a failure in the past. I've had a lot of views coming in on this one, a lot of clips to get through, different angles, different approaches. We will see. Hopefully tonight will be a success.
What do you comprehend? Not comprehend. What do you see? What's the definition of a failure to yourself?
I would say that.
I mean, our caption put up David Moyes.
Yeah, David Moyes.
I mean,
that's the definition, isn't it?
How? I mean, I don't know.
From 1st to 7th in 12 months.
No, but it wasn't him that went from 1st to 7th. This is what I wanted to clarify. It was Sir Alex Ferguson It was Sir Alex Ferguson that was number one.
Yeah.
David Moyes hasn't won anything in 10 years with Everton. So winning nothing with Man United does not make him a failure, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't. So you put a picture up on David Moyes, but I didn't realise what angle.
Is a manager that important? Isn't it the player? I mean, what's so different this season than last season? What did Alex Ferguson tell them in the dressing room that David Moyes didn't tell them this year? And why doesn't anyone remember it? Someone should have written it down. Or whatever those magic words were.
No, not everyone's the same, bro. Not everyone's a champion. Otherwise we'll have 5,000 Muhammad Ali's, 5,000 Sir Alex Ferguson. What makes a champion to what makes a failure? What is a failure? David Moyes, in my opinion, is not a failure. David Moyes is David Moyes. David Moyes has won nothing, was going to win nothing.
Man United.
And Man United took a chance with him.
Man United a failure. Have they failed this season?
Man United have failed in selection of a manager. I think the chief executive, whoever is responsible for placing the manager in charge, has failed in their job. Shall I give you an example of that?
Give me an example.
Liverpool were looking for a manager at the same time, and Liverpool's first two managers was Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
Excuse me, who has taken Liverpool to the brink of winning the championship of the Premiership. On the brink. Maybe not. If we fail on goal difference. Yeah. And number two was Martinez, who is now at Everton, has done more than what Moyes has done in 10 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, that just makes Liverpool's selection policy or scouting policy, or their chief executive, more in spotting talent than whereas Man United was. My opinion. Well, I'm just putting it out there.
You've put it out there very well. I think you've summed it up pretty well. So tonight we talk about failure in any form that you like. It doesn't have to be sporting. We're not a sports show. I know Chelsea have just gone out of the Champions League.
Oh, that's
sorry about that. But get through to the studio on 01189 660 382. That's 01189 660 382. The phone lines are up and running. We'd love to hear from you. You will not be screened. We'll let anyone on the show. Just be polite.
I just want to hear a
And,
definition of a failure. I
Yeah.
just want what a failure is.
Well, tonight's the night to find out, and we're going to play the viewpoints that I've collected as well. I've got a variety of definitions and examples. Shall we have a listen? Shall we find out?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
All right, producer, run that track. This is my research.
On the late show. No, wait. This week on the late show, we've been on the late show we've been doing about failure on the late show this week. That'll have to do. This week, the late show is all about failure. Yeah, I think that's the best one.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Yo, what's up, guys? Just Azad here. I was just thinking, yeah, sometimes you get people, right, who fail at a lot of stuff. They think of themselves as failures, and they're like, "Oh, I wish I was like those people. They're so successful. They succeed at everything." But that's not true, though, is it? Because if you succeed at everything, then you failed at failing. So you can't really be successful in everything, because you'll just have failed at failing at them. So I think maybe people who are failures should just think about that, and it might make them feel better.
Right, so failing. Was it failure is just succeeding to not succeed, or if you succeeded all the time, you would be failing to fail. Therefore, don't feel so bad.
Again,
That was Azad there, a guy who collected Polaroid pictures in his youth. That might explain there.
Again, that does not give me a definition of failure.
Well, I think he's trying to put a positive spin on a very negative thing, which is a good thing to do. Last week he said that what did we talk about last week? It's a long time ago now. Injustice was just the lack of justice. So is failing just the lack of success? I mean, it's a very negative word. It's hard to put a positive spin on it. You can say that, well, injustice is just the absence of justice. But what is failure? It's the lack of what?
What keeps spinning in my head is when I was taking a driving test, and at the end of it, the examiner goes, "I'm sorry to say that you failed."
So did you say breathalyzer test?
Yeah, you failed that too.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that's the. Are you having a flashback?
No, not really, because I never failed. But it just the only thing failed. I mean, only example I can give of fail, that word failure or failed is in that example.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, Mr. Morrow, you have failed your test this afternoon.
Wow, that's a bad.
But that don't make you a failure, because obviously you're going to go and try again.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Absolutely.
But how I don't know. Failure? Are you a failure because you failed your driving test? Are you a failure because you failed the exam? But don't you have an option of retaking these things? What is a failure? Give me a definition of failure. You put this title out there.
I failed graphics GCSE, and I never retook it. Never. Mate, do you think I should? Do I need that on my CV? I got a U in.
Well, if you want to be a graphic designer, I think it'd be important.
GCSE. I'll tell you, I remember that that class was so bad. The teacher, he's probably about 100 years old now. He was old enough back then. He used to stand at the front of the class and say, "The people that are actually being entered for the exam, can you stand over here?" And the other lot were too bad to even. Chairs were getting chucked across the room.
Oh, you went to one of them
and
schools.
he used to. Well, it was all right, but this class was terrible. And he used to shout over the over the mayhem, he would shout, "You need to know this," but I would never listen to him. And he once confiscated a pornographic magazine, and it was still in his bag a week later. I digress. I can't blame him for my U at GCSE. Maybe I'll retake it. Where can you apply? Maybe that's something I should do for myself. Is get that graphics GCSE. Mr. Watson, if you're still alive, get in touch.
What school was that?
I don't want to say. I don't want to badmouth anyone.
What school was that?
I can't. No.
We had a Mr. Watson.
No comment. I went to a great school.
Okay.
So the next call, or the next view, is actually a clip of a phone call I made to another show to a guy that never normally puts his foot wrong. He's called George, but he got something wrong this week. Let's have a listen to a rival show.
Let's talk to Julina, who's in Reading, on the same subject. Julina, welcome.
It's Julian. You've got a dyslexic switchboard tonight.
Evidently, I do, and I apologise for that.
No
Go
problem.
ahead, Julian.
Good to speak to you again. Look, I didn't know whether to talk about the Ukraine tonight.
Julian, good call. Sorry about the
Thank you,
mistake on your name.
Thanks, Georgina.
Mohammed
No
Malik
problem.
is in the UK.
That's Press TV there, getting it wrong again. Should I have been offended by that, Soggy?
No, it kind of suits you, to be honest.
I'll stop it. Yeah, they actually call me from time to time and ask if I want to talk on the show, and they know who I am. They know my name, Julian. But someone must have typed it in wrong, and of course, if you mix up the letters, Julian becomes Julina, and that's a whole different ball game. Have you ever mistyped something? You see a lot of those.
So was that a failure on their part?
I think
Is
I
that
felt
where
very
you're going?
I felt let down.
They're such a big TV radio station, and
yeah,
they
if they
failed.
can get it wrong, what hope is there for us? But yeah, you see these kind of autocorrect mishaps. People, I mean, this is something I'm going to come back to. We're talking about failing tonight, and we're having a laugh about it. I might be being slightly hypocritical because I do think it's a negative thing that we're so ready to laugh at other people's failures and we want to celebrate it. I did like the intro though, by the way. But
it was. It's people's nature, isn't it? It's human nature.
Why is that in our nature that we'd rather laugh at someone else doing badly than celebrate success?
Because it's the people with narrow minds that have no success in their life would like to play on other people's failures. That's how I see it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
People that point fingers and laugh at people's mistakes are people that really haven't got a life of their own. And
do you know any losers like that?
Oh, that's a different word, loser.
Would you care to name any?
Putting it out there.
We'll give them a little shout out.
Put it out. The majority. I think there's a majority of people, bro. Whatever way, if you, I don't know. I don't want to just put it out there, but people can relate to it. People have been laughed at.
But it is the in thing. It seems like. Look at the video. If you put when I was doing my research last night. You put fail into YouTube, you get about 1 billion results of funny videos. Look at these guys failing and epic fail, and people just want to laugh at people doing badly. And I think that's in the last, few years that we've gone down that road.
I mean, failure is someone that builds himself up and says, "Look, you can't defeat me. I'm a winner. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win," and blah blah blah. Great examples come to mind, Muhammad Ali, but he always backed it. If Muhammad Ali gave it a mouth and lost, then you would say he's a failure because he's predicted things that haven't come. Today, for a great example, all you Chelsea fans, you parked a couple of buses at Anfield, you spent 150 million and you're happy to beat Liverpool. Well, If you're happy with that, you got outplayed today because you couldn't play football. You know, that's how I see it.
Well said.
I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm a football fan first, and they just spoiled that game on Sunday for me. I'm not bitter that we lost, but there was only one team I wanted to play. So that's how I see it. And if Mourinho's all this big fish, he's failed tonight, isn't he?
He has. If there's any Chelsea fans out there that want to put a positive spin on that failure, 01189 660 382, you'll get.
No, you spent 150 million. I mean, everyone keeps having a go at poor Arsene Wenger, who hasn't spent. What, he just spent 40 odd million on Mesut Ozil because he had to spend all that big money because it's burning a hole in his pocket. At least he's got a chance of winning a trophy. He got a chance of walking away with the FA Cup this year. Chelsea have got to hope Man City and Liverpool drop points and them to win their games to win the league. That's the least expectations when you spend 150 million. You got to expect.
Man City are going to drop points.
Man City, yeah, but they're another club who spent 200 million. Well, as a Liverpool fan, I hope so, but Liverpool's objective was to make the Champions League, and everyone was laughing at that because we only spent 20 million, and to come close to winning it, you know. I only want that for the 96. To be honest with you, it'd be fitting for them. If Liverpool never win the Premiership again and they win it this year, I'll settle for that.
Yeah, me too. I've got a treat for you next, Soggy.
Is it Ferrero Rocher?
No, but it is exotic. It's an Italian accent that you enjoyed last week.
Oh my God! Play.
The beautiful sounding.
Has she got my number?
She's got the number for the show. I hope she'll phone in. But let's hear Nushin Yusefian talking about failure.
I'm a fan, Nushin.
Here we go.
You're not a failure.
Yeah.
Hello, let's show this is Nushin Yusefian. I want to give an advice to the youth or whoever decides to build something. Do not listen to anyone who tells you to give up your dreams just because you did too many mistakes. The only way to achieve success is starting by failing. Because failing will lead you to the right path and will show you how much time you're willing to sacrifice.
I wasn't concentrating on any of that. I was just listening to that voice.
Soggy, wake up, Soggy. You're on the late show. Wake up.
I was in a trance then.
Yeah, mesmerised.
Yes.
If you want to succeed, you have to learn to fail. What do you think Nushin meant by that?
Definitely. In order to enjoy the ups, you have to feel the lows to understand what an up is.
Yeah.
You have to. It's like everything else. You have to fail to enjoy success.
If you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain.
Wow, that's very poetic.
Do you know which philosopher said that?
Oh, did I thought? Oh, go on then, go on, hit me.
Dolly Parton.
Really?
Yep.
Islands in the Stream.
I don't know, but she said that.
That is what you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what, Nushin Yusefian, if you are listening and you want to give us a call to expand upon what you just said.
0776 201 249.
That's that's a personal number. Don't worry about that. But if you want to talk to all of us, 01189 660 382. I hope you get a lot of prank calls. Luckily, you said it quickly. You might be getting harassed by stalkers now, left, right, and centre.
Well, you listen to 95.6 FM.
Yeah.
Under the late show, under the title of failure. What is failure? I don't know. I ain't heard that definition where it's nailed it for me yet. To be honest,
nailed it. Yeah.
What is failure? I like Nushin's version of it. You got, in order to enjoy success, you have to fail. But what is fail? What is failure? This is the question out there.
That is the question.
Come on, Barbari. I mean, you must have failed, so-called, in your mind a few times.
I think he's been training to failure, which is an important aspect of bodybuilding. Right, Barbara? Explain the. Let's explain that concept. I think Arnie talks about it. You have it's the weight, it's the rep when you're weightlifting. Soggy knows what I'm talking about, obviously. When you're weightlifting, it's that rep that you can't do is the one that's going to make you grow. Right? Is that right, Barbara?
Well, firstly, assalamu alaikum. Great to be back. Just like to say that the reasons for me being away is I think Julian and Soggy been doing a great job. I think it's great to have a different, showing of the Late Show. Me and Soggy been doing it for a long time, and with the introduction of Julian, he's done a great job. He's brought a new flavour to the show. He's also brought new listeners. Fresh listeners. Fresh marketing.
Thank you very much.
And I'm always here. This is a project that's very dear to me, and I'm always here. So it's not. It's like a vanish. That's right. That's right. But I am working on other projects in the community, which I will talk about in the future. We're trying to create unity in the community. That's what me and Soggy, visioned many years ago.
About 10 years ago, I think we had this idea of uniting the community.
And inshallah, these are the steps that we're taking. So very soon we're going to be having our first ever annual sports event, which will be a weightlifting competition, which gyms are packed out in Reading. People love to lift weights, so the excitement and the demand for this has been really high, and people are just buzzing. I'm telling you, we've got people from all over the community, not just Asians. English, black, Polish, whatever. They're all going to be part of this.
How have we hyped this up so that all these mans are gunning for it?
Well,
I thought the idea was a friendly little banter where me and Yasa could join in and do a little 5 kg bench presses.
For those of you who know me, know I'm very passionate about training and fitness, and it's something that I think it needed to happen. Where the youth, especially because for me growing up in Junction, we never had this opportunity of going to tournaments and had coaches around us and training around us, and we pretty much had to learn on our own. And I think if the opportunity was created back then, I think we would have seen more successful individuals, I would say, and this is going to the failure part.
Great shout, yeah.
Opportunity. If opportunities are there for the youth, you would create less failures, I would say. And failure to me is something that ultimately I think failure is quitting. That to me is failing. If you got to give yourself an opportunity to succeed, and to do that, you have to create an avenue where you will win. So that would mean, if you want to have a master's degree, that means you will sacrifice some sleep to study at night. Whatever it takes to get you to that position, you have to do.
But you have to instill a belief. A belief has to come from somewhere. Like you say, opportunity of coach. A coach can see potential in a youngster in any field. It could be education, it could be track and field sports, it could be ball sport, it could be anything. But that youngster always needs an encouragement from an elder or someone that could spot talent and encourage and put that self-belief into a kid. Like we're talking weightlifting here for the strength challenge. I've seen a lot of youths in the gym.
Yeah.
Mashallah, it's amazing.
It is incredible. Is
it me, or is it there really a lot of Pakistanis?
I'm telling you, Soggy, I'm in my 30s now. Back when I started training, which was 15 odd years ago, maybe more, I was one of the very few.
Yeah, no, you'll see.
I'm talking about. There were Asians who played cricket or football or whatever, but when it came to actually doing physical stuff, there was very few. There wasn't many. The gyms, maybe 1 or 2 Asians here and there. But now, the gyms are just full. And it is so great to see youngsters, I'm talking about young kids, 15, 16, 17, in the gyms every evening, Julian. Every evening. And it's just a delight to see. Yeah. Because for me, it's like, I would rather them be in there than sitting in a car smoking weed or drinking alcohol or doing something antisocial.
Or doing negative.
You know,
a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, mashallah, I mean, this idea, the community project, I hope inshallah is not just related to the strength, and then it'll branch out to.
It's got it's got a hidden agenda to it, and obviously that is to bring everyone together to positivity. Everyone who participates in this event will get a medal. You know, they will get something. No one will go home. No one will go home empty-handed, and it's not about winning, because we have to be realistic. You know, everyone who's entering this competition is a novice. You know, they've only really trained in gyms, so this gives them that opportunity to be in front of a crowd, to get some recognition. You know, and hopefully this will inspire them to carry on.
What are you going to say to the guy that comes last?
There is no last.
There is no last.
There is no last.
This is what I was going to say.
No last.
It's you've won by participating. You know, you don't want to put anyone down because for whatever reasons they lifted a certain weight. Everyone who participates, this is what you got to highlight. I think you already are. Anyone and everyone who participates is a winner.
There's a winner. What I say out there to all the people who are going to participate in this is that everyone has their own personal best that they're trying to achieve. You know, not everyone is going to lift 200 kilograms or 250 kilograms. It's, you know, not everyone's going to do that. But you know, you can put yourself in a position now where you have a certain amount of time to reach that level that you can reach. You know, and then you can go and showcase it. You know, the public. And this is another thing, Sogi. You know, the reason why people have, I would say, a negative thinking is because these sort of events have never happened in our community. So people are very apprehensive. They think, oh, I don't want to be a loser. I don't want to be a loser. But the thing is, where you go to other communities and they have regular sporting events or regular meetups,
annual, they have annual things.
Whatever it is, you know, the community is more understanding of it. You know, and it's not so much about the competition. You know?
No, it's about educating people. Yeah. I mean, because this is certain activities appealing to certain individuals, but it's got everyone on a vibe, and everyone in the gym, and everyone focusing, and everyone talking about this.
I mean, I've basically started advertising this event. I gave 2 months. I mean, we're into our last month now, so you could say about the beginning of last month, I began advertising and marketing it, and the response has just been amazing. It's so great to see. I mean, because it's never happened before. You know, it's so great to see, you know, people from the wider community all saying, oh, I want to be part of it, or, you know, what do I need to do, or what, you know. And if you go to the gyms, everyone's just preparing for that. You know, saying, yeah, I need to get to my, you know, level where I can
But
go
this
out
is
there.
where we just got to keep highlighting and keep drumming into people. There is no failure in this. Everyone participating is a winner.
That's right.
Your target should be yourself best. You know, not everyone is out there is gonna, like you said, lift silly amount. You know, just participate.
Yeah.
It's all going to be friendly. It's going to be food stalls. It's a community. It's driven towards a community.
Yep.
Inshallah, there'll be a lot of people out there supporting their own boy, I suppose, supposed to speak.
I think everyone's going to be out supporting everybody, to be honest
that's
with you.
the general idea, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, there will be. But
So inshallah, from branching out from this, there will be plenty more activities. I know, Julian, you're an MMA fighter, so you know we can organise something like sparring sessions in the park.
Yeah, we can. There's so many things to do, but you know, this is just an icebreaker.
Yeah.
And I think that after this one, you know, it's just momentum. You just keep up with momentum. The other thing me and Sogi discussed is a football match.
Yeah.
Where his team, his beloved Iman FC, will go against a dream team, a Pakistani Community Centre dream team versus Iman FC, and we're going to hold it at Palmer Park Stadium. But everything is
under the floodlights to be arranged, to be confirmed. That is another vision.
This is something that we're going to definitely do. But
I mean, we're targeting because the World Cup's this year, so
coinciding with the World Cup.
We're targeting it.
That'd
with,
be brilliant.
There's
but
a lot of ideas in the pipeline, so you know
we're going to do that. But you know, going back to the whole failure thing, you know, for me, ultimately, it's quitting. Yes, there comes a point where you have to admit, you know, this is not for me. You know, but you have to create every possible opportunity for you to succeed. For example, if you're an athlete and you know that you've got a big tournament or a big match or a big fight or whatever it might be coming up, and you don't give yourself the best possible preparation to succeed, then I would say you're only failing yourself. But there's nothing wrong with failing if you know that you gave your 100%. Am I right or wrong?
I agree.
I mean, Soggy, you got football matches every Sunday. From your team perspective, I'm sure that you would be less upset with them if they came in and they gave their 100%. They prepared, they done everything that they were supposed to do. But if you lose, you lose. It's just one of those things.
Sport is a 50-50 thing. You win, you lose, you draw. But I mean, as taking a Moyes FC season into consideration here, it's just been a complete and utter failure, because people still can't comprehend how important timekeeping is. This is when I got to dinner this Monday with the team to focus on whether we go on either to achieve stroke to win something, or we just turn up to kick the ball about. Otherwise, don't be wasting my time and I won't be wasting yours. You can't. Preparation is everything. You got to turn up. You got to do your warm up. You got to listen to your coach, what he tells you. You got to talk about football. You got to get focused right. You can't just turn up out of bed, put a top on, and go out on a football field cold, because you're not fulfilling your preparation. They don't work. It doesn't matter. You could be Ronaldo. That ain't gonna work for you. Why is Cristiano Ronaldo out on a football pitch 2 hours before kick-off warming up? If he's got to go through that, then everybody else has to go through it.
That's right.
So everything,
and I think
everything is preparation.
From what you're saying, I think it's a great thing that you have realised this, and now it's just a matter of For me, it's like if you cannot give justice to something, give it to someone else who will give it justice. Don't hog something that you cannot take care of.
It's I wouldn't put it as hogging, just knowing too many people on a friendship level. But friendship stroke equals respect, and it should go both ways. When it's not going both ways, that's when you think, okay, time to let go and move on. Give it someone else.
So we should be seeing a revamped Iman FC for next season.
Yeah, if
you decide to even do a season.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, is it coming to that point now where you're gonna actually?
Well, get committed. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress Saturday night when brothers pull out for whatever reason, and we're scraping a 11 on Sunday morning, because it's not fair on everybody else that looks forward to it and it's a highlight of their week. There's certain people coming in and giving 150%, and it's be all and end all for them, and there's certain man just strolling in casually and just going through the motions, win, lose, or draw. They don't care. So
I mean, this is the thing. You really have to see. Where do they want to take this? I mean, there comes a point where you think, I don't want to waste any more time.
No, but like I'm saying, the last 2 games, I mean, we finished distant somewhere, and I don't think we're lucky to not get relegated. But once we had a team against the top 2 teams, we played them off the park. On any given day, with my best 11, there's no one that can touch us. But I got to get people to that level for them to believe it's not just 1 week. Champions ain't made in a week. It's 9 months of a season.
Gentlemen, we go live to air. We got a call.
Line 4
on failure.
You take it,
who's there? Hello, caller. Welcome to the Late Show.
Hello, it's me. It's Sana.
Sana, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. You've succeeded to get through.
Tell me when I'm on.
You're on air now. Sana, go ahead.
On air. Okay, hi guys.
You're live.
Oh, cool.
On
okay.
my FM.
Oh, awesome. Right, just listening to a really interesting conversation on failure, and you guys have obviously established failure is not a bad thing at all, but in certain contexts, it's a lot more fatal and it's not okay than in other contexts. So I was just kind of thinking of that theme where you have to kind of endure pain and a series of failures to sort of reap the benefits. And I'm putting this in context of something, although it's quite far removed from our lives here in the UK, it's something that's quite close to my heart. So it's in the context of a systematic failure to instill basic law and order in Karachi in Pakistan. And this sort of comes from a series of incidents that my own family and friends have had to endure on an ongoing basis. So, you know, in order for them to see some sort of reform or some sort of positive outcome on what's happening, do you think failure and, you know, what they're going through is okay? Not okay, but, you know, can we justify it in any way?
I think that's a really good point. I mean, we've tried to play down failure and say, oh, well, it doesn't matter, you know, don't worry about it if you fail. But yeah, like you said, there are times when it does matter. It mattered when the police failed at the Hillsborough disaster. It matters when, as you say, law and order is failing in Karachi, and it's a life and death matter. Sogi, your thoughts on that one?
I'll upset a lot of people if I open my mouth on this one, to be honest with you. I mean, when has Pakistan ever had law and order? To be realistic here, it's, you know, there it's all about money. You can buy law and order there. I mean, the value of life in Pakistan, there isn't any. You can kill someone, pay the next person, they look the other way, and you're walking free.
But is that like the fact that it's an accepted reality? Could that in itself be a failure?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, that is a failure. That's where's the justice in that? Where's anything in that?
The thing is, I remember a time when I used to go there. I've spent a lot of my summers there, and you know, it was a great life. It was a great life. Yeah, there were problems, as you know, as there are everywhere. But
25 years ago, Pakistan was the greatest place. One of the greatest places. I mean, I'm a Pakistani, and in the early 80s, I used to love going back there. You know, just spending time. We'd never heard of. It's just that I think the leaders, stroke the politicians, and the people in power have really sold the country down the drain. We've been sold out because there is no middle ground there. You're either extremely rich or you're extremely poor. There ain't no middle ground to tread on. You know, the poor are starving and dying out there by the thousands. There are people out there that are committing suicide because they can't afford to feed themselves or their families.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a story. A woman took her 2 kids, and this was a couple of years back, and she literally stood in front of a train. And my sister actually interviewed her husband, and you know, imagine how failed you have been by a state to feel that you have absolutely no one else to turn to.
My mind can't even go there. I was just about giving the example of that. I was over there about 7-8 years ago now in Rawalpindi, and some guy just jumped out. He bought something from the corner. I think he bought a cigarette, and then he went out and jumped out in front of a train. This is at 8 o'clock in the evening, and the brother next to me goes, "Oh, this is the norm here." That's that for a lamb as such. I mean, what you know? What can I say? Such a beautiful country torn down by just the greed. It's just sheer greed, isn't it?
I guess the idea is also that, you know, like success has several definitions or connotations. Failure can be looked at in the same way. You know, what you might see as failure, I may not see as failure, and vice versa.
Without doubt, that's right. But this is what I'm trying to put out there. What is failure to people? What does failure mean to people? What is failure?
I mean, I guess it's a definition could be something less than you required.
Is your country Pakistan? Do you love Pakistan?
Yeah.
Has Pakistan, in your opinion, failed you and its people?
Yeah, I think the government failed us as people, and I think a lot of the time we've sort of failed ourselves too. I mean, we're just as much at fault. We're very susceptible to things, you know, that we
sharp. You're very sharp.
We could be a bit more.
I was trying to catch you on that. Yeah, we are accountable for this as well, because we kind of accept it instead of standing and saying no, we're not going to accept this anymore. We kind of accept it in a in a Pakistani kind of way, because it's the norm. Corruption is the norm. You know, paying the policeman over there for whatever reason is the norm. It's expected. You know, you go through customs at the airport and the guy wants job on you, and you going, saying, so I go to the counter buying a Nestle bottle of water, and he looks and laughs at me. Basically, he's asking me for 1,000 rupees.
But you know, in this situation, obviously a lot needs to happen. I don't know the answer, but I know one of the answers is accountability. Failure can be combated by accountability. If you can get away with doing these things in daylight, then you're going to keep doing them. So there has to come a point when people are held accountable. There's an example. There's a woman was shot twice in the head daylight. 2 days before that, the same two people actually robbed a friend of ours. The same people, and not at one point have they been held accountable. So it's that like constant stream of failure is when things become.
But that's what I'm saying. You seem to accept it as a norm because it's something which is normal.
So do you think then the failure is on both parts?
Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, if everyone got together and said, look, people need to be brought to justice. Imran Khan's, is very, very on this, isn't he? But Imran Khan is the only person that can put Pakistan straight. But my fear for him is he'll get assassinated because Pakistan don't deserve him. He's the only person that means sincere and that doesn't need the money, doesn't need the hype, doesn't need any of this, which these politicians are rinsing our country dry. But Imran Khan isn't going to get in because the people are not liking people, Pakistani people, without sounding or disrespectful to anyone out there, can't handle being straight. They like the corruption part. They rather pay the way out and whatever not.
It's not just that though. I think the problem is that unfortunately good people don't get to the top. So
the good die young. Yeah, agree.
I'm not. He has support. It's just unfortunate that good people unfortunately have too many caveats to get to the top.
There you go.
It's a sad story.
So it's an absolutely great call. We got cut you short because we've got other calls waiting and whatever not.
Thank you very much for getting in touch. Appreciate
Alright,
that.
take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
I think that's a really good point. Why we care more about why do people care about people falling off bikes and football teams failing when there's actually real failure going on in the world, life and death. That was
Where was Sana calling from?
Manchester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, she's in Prachi.
No. That wasn't a international
She didn't have
call.
no Manc accent.
No, but
Sana, thanks for your call. Thanks for listening. Give us a call back if you have to.
01189 660 382. Do what Sana did and get through to us live, unscreened, entirely at random. You'll get straight through to the studio. We'll put you on air. We don't care who you are.
I think the failure you guys were talking about on the call, relates a lot to do with the topic you were talking about last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Injustice.
Yeah, very true.
I think what's happening in Pakistan or many nations around the world isn't so much to do with failure, because the people who are actually doing what they're doing, they don't see it as failure. It's just a battle of good and evil. Evil never says it fails. Even people who worship the devil will probably say the devil is not a bad guy. So what do you say to people like that? So it's just I think that's more of a case of injustice, and like Sogi says, corruption, which is the main thing, which is an injustice anyway. I think it's more to do with that than failing.
But people come to accept it as an acceptance, isn't it? When I go Pakistan, I got to pay.
I'm too, I'm a bit tired of hearing individuals, complaining about Pakistan. They complain about Saudi Arabia. They complain about these things, yeah. And these people who complain are actually the majority, but yet no one is actually even want to do anything. Because why? Because they got to sacrifice something. Because you want to make a change, you got to sacrifice. Who's going to give up their livelihood? Who's going to really give up their life, for the change? Who's willing to do that? This is another aspect that I think the masses need to think about.
Very true. Shall we listen to a few more clips, Mr. Producer? I want to talk about parents, actually. Can you fail your parents? Can you fail your parents' expectations?
Oh, you got the you can fail the expectation, yeah. Parents always have high expectations of their children, yeah.
Because we got a view on that one. If Yasser can send it or play it. Alright, this is a view on parents' expectations. Can you fail your parents? Let's find out. Produce.
Right. Tonight's topic is about failure.
Failure can be perceived in many ways. We come across the word practically when we're born. It can come out of expectations, it can come out of people's personal goals, it can come out of society in general. Only an example from where it can be from expectations would be the expectations that your parents have of you. If you don't live up to those expectations, whether it be career-wise or the path you take in life, you could be considered as a failure.
Parents' expectations, Soggy. How real a failure is that? I mean, my mum doesn't say it, but I know secretly that she always wishes that I had made it on a better Muslim community radio station. Maybe one in Slough or something.
It's a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone. You got to start somewhere, young man. You can't. Not everyone goes straight to the top. You have to learn things, teach yourself things. You have to serve your apprenticeship before you become a master. Not everyone, you've got to be taught things. We make mistakes here. We rectify them. But when you're at the top, people don't expect failure. They expect professionalism and everything else that goes with it.
How do you bring up a child to succeed without them fearing failure?
By not having high such expectations. You educate them on a daily basis, tell them you love them, tell them why they need certain education, tell them how it would benefit them later in their life.
And if they fail graphics...
And if you see them going off track, it's your job to put them back on track. What's the thing? Everyone teaches everyone differently. Whatever method, not every child is the same.
True.
Some might have behavioural issues, some might be a bit slow, some might not be, dyslexic, might not be able to read or write. Dyslexic, sorry, I can't pronounce these things.
I'll write it down for you, sorry.
Thank you, I can't read.
Sorry.
And
we got a call, line 3.
Struggling to breathe. I'm ill.
You are live. Hello, caller. You are live, unscreened and entirely at random on the Late Show. Welcome.
Hello, hi.
Who's
Good
calling?
evening to you guys.
Who's this?
This is my name is Amir.
Amir, it's the commander. How you doing? Welcome.
I'm not too bad.
Welcome to the show. You're not a failure. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know, but I've experienced a few failures in life, so I thought I'd share.
Oh, share something with us. Go ahead.
A recent one, a sport one.
Go on then.
Well, I competed, as some of you, most of people, good friends know, the Randori National Championships last year.
I remember training
had
with
four
you.
Four fights on the Friday, and then the next day I was.
Sorry, Emma. What do you specialise in? What field?
It's a type of Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Oh, jiu-jitsu.
So
sorry. Okay.
I was competing nationally for Kingston University. So anyway, I was competing with a fractured rib, so I wasn't 100% efficient going into the final fight, but nevertheless,
Amir, to clarify, you got to the final, right?
I got to the final, yeah.
So you were in the final of a national championships.
That's right, yeah.
With the gold medal on the line.
With the gold medal on the line, and just one fight that was that needed that medal, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a fractured rib. I had a support on my rib, you know, a complete covering on the thing. But you know, the pain was still there.
I remember training with you prior to the tournament,
Yeah,
and you were
it was quite significant.
in a lot of pain.
I still remember it, but you know, I didn't give up, and I went for it, and you know, I got the silver at the end, but you know, it was something better than nothing. You know?
But
Like,
win after win after win, and then you lose that final. How do you feel at that moment when it is like a loss or whatever? You know, someone has to emerge on top. How do you feel in that moment? Did it hit you straight away that, you know, I've achieved a lot to get here, or was there a moment when you felt like, oh, if only I'd... Did he submit you, or what happened? He went to the judges?
Yeah, you know, he pinned me down, and I was in so much pain, and you know, I couldn't get out, and he had his body weight on the side, like on the rib bit, and you know, that was too much for me to like move or maneuver much, and so I just had to stay there for like 25 seconds, and you know, it resulted in me losing the fight. But you know, I gave it as much as I could before that. You know, it was going on for about a minute before, and you know, rolling around and whatnot, and it all has like, you know, a significant impact on your whole body. You know, as most people know that do combat sports.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was, honestly, knowing you personally, I know that was a great achievement for everything you've been in, and for you to share it with other people that might have had a similar experience. It's going to help them learn from it. Amir, are you going to make the transition? Are you going to compete in MMA?
Yeah, definitely. MMA is something I really
haven't seen you on a
enjoy.
Monday for a while, bro. We miss you at the club.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, you know, university. I've got 2 weeks left before I finished, and that's kind of the main priority.
You don't want
for me.
What are you doing in your... Oh, you beat me to it. What are you doing at university? Might be a failure there as well.
I'm doing a degree in aerospace engineering. So
MashaAllah, wow. I ain't saying nothing to that. That's in a league of its own, that is. Well, you want to be a spaceman?
Well, I want to learn to fly, actually, eventually. So
I've got a brother sitting here that can make you fly in a different way. Hint, hint, lid, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, and all that. It's an easier way, bro, than to what you're doing.
It's not drinking Red Bull, is it? Or?
Oh, no, that just gives you wings. I'm on about going to space, man.
He's on about what we know what he's about.
I'm on about space, man. Yeah. Joking aside, Emma, good luck with that, bro.
Amir, thank you very much for getting
in
touch
so much,
on the
guys,
Late Show, bro. Appreciate you sharing that story. That's going in the highlights. Stay tuned. We got an interview with Lee from Pro Mai. Yeah, you'd like to hear that.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, that's my good friend there, Amir Butt, who won a silver, and there was, of course, a silver lining to that story. I appreciate him sharing that. Are we going back to the clips? Are we going to listen again?
Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing.
Love of what you're doing, Soggy. I know you love the Late Show. That was actually a doctor's opinion there, so we should respect it. That was my good friend Rima. Love of what you're doing, is that necessary for success? Is it possible to succeed in a field that you're not enjoying? Yes, I think so. No, I think I think you're going to be more likely to succeed if you enjoy it.
Well, yeah, goes without doubt, isn't it?
There's no guarantees, but you
will
do
succeed.
Better, won't you?
There's more chances of succeeding in what you like doing than succeeding in doing something that you don't like.
Yeah, but some people do just struggle on and do a job they hate and say, "Oh, I'm going to make a ton of money," and then
isn't that most human race? There's not many people out there that actually like their job. They're doing it for the sake of the wage pack, aren't they?
Well, should they be? Shouldn't you just find something you enjoy and then be
well,
really good at it?
Mama said go to school. You should have gone to school, didn't it?
You should have passed your graphics GCSE.
There you go.
Shall we talk about a sporting example? I've got a clip on a tennis player.
Go for it. Yeah, why not?
Let's hear from Chris.
Hello, Jules. Thompson of Thompson here. For me, failure is a requirement for success. In order to succeed, you must fail many, many times. The case in point for me is the tennis player Andy Murray, who lost 4 or maybe 5 Grand Slam finals before finally succeeding. He had to take the hatred of the press, of the British public, saying he was a bottler, saying he wasn't strong enough, he wasn't good enough. He kept trying, he kept going, and he eventually succeeded. You need to learn how to fail to succeed.
Yeah, Andy Murray. He won my respect as Thompson there. That's Chris Thompson. Said he didn't give up. I do think though that tennis, the culture of tennis, it's a bit of a loser's sport. What do you think, Soggy? I mean, you don't get the warriors, the biggest outrageous guy in tennis is John McEnroe.
He made tennis, bro. He just got there for me again. Yeah, I was going to say.
But only because he said he asked the referee once if he was serious. I mean, if that was in football, that would go unnoticed. But tennis is such a tame, upper crust sport where silence, please, in Wimbledon, that someone like a John McEnroe can stand out as a bit of a maverick. Zinedine Zidane headbutted a guy in the chest in the World Cup final, and he's not even the most outrageous of footballers. So no disrespect to Andy Murray, who likes to punch his fist in the air. That's aggressive, impressive. I just think tennis is a sport for losers. Am I unfair in that?
No, you say that.
Well, I do like Andy Murray, and I agree with what Thompson said.
I go further than that. I just say the UK / Great Britain / England is a nation of losers.
Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, are a nation of losers.
Well, we love a loser.
And are underachievers.
We love a loser.
We're going to win the World Cup. 1970, 74, 78, 82. Didn't qualify. 86 didn't qualify. Italian 90.
But what is it about the British public that makes them like a loser, or is it the underdog? Because everyone
loves the underdog, don't they?
As far as I knew, or as far as I don't. I'm too old to remember, but I've heard that everyone hated Chris Eubank when he was on top, and then in his later career. You get the good cop, bad cop, and he made himself out to be the bad cop. When he lost to Collins, then everyone started to like him.
Whereas...
Because he's a loser. Because he was so strong, that man must have been on steroids, because he was so... then people started to like him. Well, why is it you have to be a loser before we can like you? Is it because then we're not jealous? Are we jealous of the winner? People hate Floyd Mayweather. The guy's never lost. He's untouchable in the ring, and people hate him for it.
That's because of his cockiness.
Okay.
I mean, that's because of the way he is.
But he is also good at boxing.
Yeah, but then you be humble and humane about it, don't you? In order to be respected.
Was Muhammad Ali humble?
No way.
Muhammad Ali said, would back it up. So does Mayweather.
Well, he lost 5 times. Mayweather's undefeated.
He
lost to Trevor Berbick, as you know, if you've listened to the quiz. He lost to Joe Fraser when he said, if I lose, I'm gonna crawl across the ring and never box again. Fraser put him on his ass.
But
I'm a Muhammad Ali fan.
Well, you got to sell a fight, ain't you? It's all press conference. You got to look mean and do whatever, and it's.
I think Muhammad Ali had a twinkle in his eye when he said all of that stuff, and he was just pure class.
Give me an example of a greatest failure ever.
Greatest failure ever.
Greatest failure. Greatest failure in anything.
My GCSE.
Is it?
My graphic. I don't. Greatest failure.
No,
Eddie
greatest
the Eagle.
failure,
Eddie
you
the
know,
Eagle.
he was number 2 in my
Oh, go on,
my
then.
think tank. The Titanic.
Oh my God. The Titanic.
Beat that for the greatest height.
Well, they bigged it up, didn't they?
Well, I never seen anything so bigged up in my entire life. Not that I was around them days, but reading about it
Year
and,
after.
and whatever not. It was the greatest failure in the whole of mankind. So, quickly followed by this missing plane, which is parked
But
up
is
in
it
the
all the more
K290s.
so because they bigged it up as this is going to be the best thing ever? You set yourself up
It's
to fail.
it's the unsinkable which sunk in within minutes.
Yeah. I'll never let go, Jack. Great film. Great film.
I ain't seen it, don't want to see
Terrible
it.
event.
You ain't seen it?
No, I ain't
If
seen
you've got a
it,
spare
so.
4 hours,
I ain't love
you
something,
give
you
it
know.
all.
You ain't got time for that.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, if we're talking of failures, that's the biggest failure. And what's the other one? NASA, 1989.
NASA?
You know, the space program, the shuttle. Was it 89 or 86? I remember Pakistan were playing cricket semi-final that day, and all they kept showing was the shuttle that was going up and getting blown up,
bad timing.
which
Yeah.
wasn't funny at all. But it again comes under the label of failure. You know, if you want to go on a bigger scale of failure, that's what you call failure, isn't it?
Yeah, that.
To me, I mean, I was sitting here waiting for a definition of failure. I had these things in my head, and no one's come out with it. People are coming out with minor things that are every day, which I wouldn't even consider failure. You know, if you don't participate,
Well,
you don't
we
lose.
might get the answer now as we go live unscreened and entirely random to line 4. Hello, caller.
Hi, it's Will here.
Hello, Will. You're live on the Late Show.
Okay.
What's failure?
I took part in the Link Space Academy astronaut program last year.
Okay, this is interesting. We've been talking about NASA. And
Okay.
what is that for those that don't know?
Well, essentially, it was a competition. It was a national competition where several people had to get voted in. It was actually 125 people had to get voted in across essentially 87,000 people, and
Wow.
I got through to the top 125.
Well done.
Thank you.
How many people participated?
A few thousand, you said.
Oh.
Yeah, so 87,000 got through voting, and then 225 people down to 4.
I'm no
And you were in the 4, were you?
I'm no mathematician, but that's definitely in the top 50%, isn't it?
Yeah. At the top 0.01%.
That's pretty good. All right. No, that's brilliant. Well done. That's a success in itself.
That was a success.
Is there a twist here?
Yeah. But there is a twist.
Oh no. You cheated.
Well, not really.
You failed the drugs test.
Well, someone did.
Really? Do you have to be clean? Do you have to be clean to get on that?
Yeah.
No wacky backy. Or
No wacky backy. No.
goodness me.
But essentially, what happened was I did a lot of the competitions, like for example the mathematical, sort of like numerical kind of verbal reasoning tests. But the physical tests, I kind of messed up on, and it was the assault course. It was just basically to test your overall fitness across this assault course. So like as you're gliding through space in the ISS, you gotta move yourself around and push yourself, and they just want to know if you're fit enough to do that.
Yeah. Was it grueling?
Kind of. I mean, it was. You got 36 seconds, and this assault course was actually from the army. So.
I just keep imagining those Japanese game shows where they fall in the water.
Oh yeah.
Was it like that?
Yeah. Well, not really. Do you want to see it? I don't think it was that bad.
Okay, well, that's another example of people loving failure. But so you failed, so to speak, on a physical, on a 30-second physical test.
Yeah, I basically tripped up.
I failed a few of those myself.
Yeah, I tripped up in front of live cameras. It's actually on YouTube.
Oh no!
I'm not going to tell you the title because everyone's going to go on it.
Like us on Facebook and post the link, please. We'll
absolutely.
The Late Show. We're on there. We'd love to have a laugh at you. But look, maybe that's a failure, but for you to talk about it on radio, that's a success. And well done for being in the top 0.001.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for your call, sir. Keep listening, keep supporting. Great to hear from you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers, bro.
Bye.
Yeah, wow. We got national competitors of all sorts tonight.
But why do they keep thinking they're failures? It's totally.
But you're not a failure, Will. Nor are you, Amir, and nor is anyone else who's listening to the Late Show.
How can it be a failure? You listen to us.
Exactly. Well said. The only show in town. But I had a few anonymous texts coming in. I could let me read one out. I might have a definition of failure for you, Soggy. All right, Soggy's. Is that heart failure? Hopefully not. I've got a definition of failure on the text. Failure is inability to try. It's the point where you stop believing in yourself, your own ability, and stop trying. Soggy failed to hear that because he's in the other room. Hopefully he's all right. But appreciate that anonymous text. And I've got another text about. This is from Iman. Lovely to hear from you. I'll punch you if you talk about Muhammad Ali again. Iman, I'm a Muhammad Ali fan. You know that. And I'm just using him as an example. He lost fights, but I still think he's the greatest ever. He lost to Joe Frazier, but he came back from it and he beat Joe Frazier twice. And Muhammad Ali's problem, if anything, is that he was not a quitter and he didn't know when to quit. He'd done it all. He'd won the title 3 times. He didn't need to carry on as long as he did. But if you talk to him, he says he doesn't regret anything. So that for me is a success. So don't get me wrong. Muhammad Ali is a success, not a failure. There's no need to punch me, please. But we do have more clips to get through. Producer, if I just introduce the next one, I think we're going to. Oh yeah, I had an anonymous
text.
An anonymous message. Have a listen to this one carefully, and tell me what you think.
Failure. How about converting to Islam?
Okay, that's a strange message to send to a to one Ummah FM.
I didn't hear it. Sorry, I missed it.
It said someone said, Soggy, a failure would be converting to Islam. I don't know if that's a hate message. I don't know if we need to notify the police or if we just take it lightheartedly.
No, just make dua for the brother or sister, whoever it was, inshallah. That
sounded like a brother. I don't know.
That you know, one day wake up
we must all respect each other.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just read the book. If you've
got your religion, I've got mine.
Don't take other people's viewpoint or the negativity of any religion. Research it and find out the truth for yourself. Always respect people's religion and always respect yourself first.
Well said. Well said. Foremost. Well said.
Because there's a lot to learn out there, and one day it might save you from the greatest heat you're ever gonna feel. So, inshallah, stay steadfast.
All right. The next clip is from a man called Rich. Let's have a listen.
One time I remember being out with the lads and we were all like doing this assault course thingy and you know, all the lads giving it large and that, and it was all good, but I ended up coming last, and even to this day they still call me rampant rich, because they were always saying I'm sort of going around doing things and the rest of it, but I'm not really achieving anything, and that was pretty gutting, to be honest with you, because I thought I'd come first and I ended up coming last.
Right. So that's our second assault course failure of the night. There's a common theme there. And he earned himself the name Rampant Rich. because he was doing something else while he should have been doing the assault course. I don't know what he might have been doing to get that name, and he thought he'd come first, but he came last.
Happens with people.
Cheer up, Rich. You might do better next time.
I'll come second to last.
Yeah, that's if you enter it. Sorry. All right. What if? Would it be a failure if a talk show host failed to inspire his audience? Would that be a failure? Would that be a definition of failure?
Depends what we're talking about here. Depends pro, amateur, or community.
Community level.
No.
Well, pay particular attention to this next clip then.
I think you're failing to inspire me to send you something about feeling. Sorry, Julian.
Right. I think you're failing to inspire me to send you anything about failing. Thanks very much. You know who you are.
I thought she was asleep and got up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, mate.
And thought she'll say something.
Maybe. Yeah, I think she was sleep. Must have been sleep talking actually.
Yeah.
If you think that I'm failing, you know who you are. You must be
a failure.
You must be a failure yourself.
You have to give a definition of failure.
Yeah, we're looking for a definition here. We still haven't got one.
We've got a few people that think they are, but
look, if you want, I haven't got a definition for you. But if you want an attitude to failure, the next clip I think hits the nail on the head. Because I took my research on road this week, and when I was training on Monday in the MMA club, I interviewed my coach, and I really respect his view on lots of things. So I thought I'd see what he had to say about failure. So let's have a listen to that one.
I'm here in Folsom in the Pro Mate MMA Academy. I've just done a good solid workout with Lee Aylett, my coach. So what does failure mean in a sporting context? Should a sportsman ever talk about failure?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the first things we talk about here is not being afraid of competition itself. Competition by its very nature means that there's a possibility that you do not win. If there was no possibility of you not winning, it would be no competition.
I felt that possibility a month ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
I felt like a failure when you were yelling at me to get back up, and I couldn't do it. I felt like a failure at that moment.
Failure is a really strong term, and we certainly don't look at it in those actions. Usually we look at it much more positively than that. We have a very positive attitude, because everybody learns most from when they fail at something. In our terms, that's, do the points not go our way in a fight, or do we get submitted, or does something else happen to us in that respect where the decision doesn't go our way? I promise absolutely everybody, and it's 100% true, and you'll attest to this as well, that if things don't go your way, it just drives you more. It commits you more. It makes you super analytical of what you've done and what you can correct, and really it's something to be embraced and something to be, actually sought. Recently we talk about actually seeking failure here, because it's those people that go through life and never experience failure.
Go after the win, don't fear the loss.
Played it way too safe. If you go through your whole life and you never failed at anything, you were nowhere near trying hard enough. You should be failing at something every single week of your life, because otherwise you just didn't push yourself.
Lee Aylett, thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure, as always.
Right, you should be failing at something every week of your life, otherwise you're not trying hard enough. I think that's a healthy attitude. How many people are not trying something just because they're too scared or losing? I'm scared of what people will think of me. I'm scared of doing the weightlifting. Well, we might have an answer on line 5 as we go live to air. Hello, caller. You are on the Late Show.
Hello.
Welcome. Who's this?
Mia Trina.
Mia Trina, how you doing? Have you got an example of failure
Hello?
for us?
Yes. May I like it?
That was a good example of a failure there. Was that English?
We had the giggles there, I think.
That's all right. Hey, at least you tried.
No harm in
And
trying.
we are encouraging Mia. I don't know who that was. We must encourage people to try, and they might be trying again. Hello, caller. You're live. Turn your no. Have we lost that one? Yes, sir. Okay.
Please don't try again.
Third time lucky. No, anyone is welcome to call on the usual number 01189 660 382. You will get through. We'll let anyone on. Failure, success, doesn't matter. But going back to what my coach said there, Lee Aylett, failure makes you analytical. I mean, I know we say, oh, if you fail, just try again. Oh, yes, have another go. Shouldn't it actually make you stop and question, well, why did I fail? Why didn't that work out? What can I do differently next time?
In order to better yourself, you have to take a step back.
Yeah.
And reflect and go again. I mean, you have to know where you went wrong in order to correct yourself so that you don't fail the next time.
Well, someone's trying and trying again. Let's go straight to air. Hello, caller. You are live on air. Turn your radio down.
I know we say, oh, if you fail, just try again. Oh, yes, have another go.
That's a nice voice.
Shouldn't it actually make you stop?
This guy's genius. No. Alright, that's
got some.
That could be the government listening in, just checking up on us. I know that they do that.
Now again. Or it could be the late night caller.
It could be the midnight caller trying to cause havoc. I don't know. But anything goes. We are the late show. There's no rules in a knife fight. Anyone can get through on air. But shall we? So going back to being self-analytical and correcting yourself. I mean, when your team, Iman FC, lose, I mean, I know that happens rarely. But how do you go back to the drawing board? Do you watch the video? Do you watch Match of the Day and say this is where we went wrong?
No, I personally text and get feedback from.
All right, I think we got Nushin.
Are we going to go with this call?
Yes.
Okay, go with the call.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Is that Nushin?
Pardon?
Who's calling?
My name is Sarah from London.
Sarah.
Hey, hi,
Go
Sarah.
ahead, Sarah. You've succeeded to get through to the Late Show. Don't blow it now. What's your story on failure?
I wasn't going to tell a story. I was just going to say that I agree that if you're not failing every now and again, it is a sign that you're not doing anything very innovative with your life. And things like fate.
That was a good try. That's a good try.
I think the mobile ran out of battery there.
I think it might have.
And she was making such a great point.
Sarah was onto something there. Oh, we go again. Live on air. Hello, caller. Is it Sarah?
No, it's the what do you call her?
It's the midnight caller. It's the midnight non-caller. Yeah, I know. I think the point is, if you're not failing, you're not trying.
We keep banging on about it. You have to fail in order to succeed. In order to enjoy success, you
Here
have
we go
to
again.
taste failure.
Let's see who this is. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Who's calling?
Hello.
Hello, go ahead.
You're live on air.
Hi, it's Nushin Session here.
Nushin, turn your radio down.
Hi guys,
and
one
go
second.
ahead.
One
Turn
second.
your radio down.
Okay,
Soggy is
done.
over the moon.
Hi guys, how you doing? You
He's
okay?
putting aftershave on, even though it's only a phone call. Yes, we loved what you said earlier on, and maybe you can expand on it. But we agree with it.
Expand on it, yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's great to hear you clearly, by the way. Skype will just
And
wasn't
thank you last time.
good enough. We love to hear
think-
from you, but Skype
I
just
think
wasn't
one of
good enough.
I think one of you said something about my voice the last time. So
That
thank
was
you very
Soggy,
much.
yes.
That's
Thank
me.
you.
Soggy Nawaz.
I'm listening intently again.
He's on Facebook.
0776201. The call-in number.
Okay, I was trying to intimidate you guys with head calls.
Intoxicate is more like it.
Okay.
But yeah,
so,
go ahead.
Anyway,
What's the failure? What's the deal with failure?
So just to clarify, last
Yeah.
time I sent you a short clip by saying what failure means to me. I just want to suggest everyone something. Anyone, even youth or anyone who wants to build something in their life, please do not listen to anyone really who tries to bring you down and tell you that you cannot reach whatever you want just because you did too many mistakes or you're not good at something. The reason is, just to expand on this thing that I was saying, just to explain a little bit more. I basically want to say that failure helps you in two ways. The first way is that it will help you to understand if it's something is good or not good for you, because it will help you anyway. If you try to do something and you fail, it will help you to tell you or to guide you if you should go that direction or not. The second way that failure helps you, the second way how failure can help you is that it's like a gym for your heart and for your mind. When you fail, when you fell from the horse, then you get back on the horse again. And some people need to how can I say? Some people need to hurt themselves many times in order to understand what something means. You know, like I'm that kind of person. Like if I don't try many times something, because I'm very stubborn. Once I burn myself many times, then I understand. Okay, I'm not gonna do that thing again. But failure is very important, because if you expect to do something in your life that goes smoothly the first time, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Even if you do something for the first time and it goes well, it's still not a good sign, because not always when you succeed the first time is something good. Also because you learn new things every time. So this is my expansion on what I wanted to say. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I really would like to converse with you guys. If you have something to say, you know, like...
No, we're listening intently. You're making some great points.
The only question is, and I think it's great what you've said, and I think I appreciate it does take more than 30 seconds to explore a topic like failure. But how do you prevent yourself from doing the same thing again? I know it seems obvious.
This is a very good question.
Yeah, you know, so people just keep trying, keep failing. You know, you're doing the same thing. It's like in the gym. People are like, oh well, I've been going to the gym for ages. I'm not getting any results. But if you train the same, you will stay the same.
Well, this is a very good question, Julian. So thank you very much for asking it. I personally think that there are two things to say about this. If a person is keep trying, and it doesn't see any, the question that person should ask himself: why am I keep trying? Am I keep trying because I want to get there, or I'm keep trying because I don't know what my path is? So just to make it simpler, just to make life simpler to people, you know, it's much more simple than this. Don't take mistakes or failure or failing as how can I say? If you are sure 100% that you want to get somewhere or you want to get some results and you're failing, then it's really worth it to try. That's my advice, to keep on trying. However, if the failure that you're getting shows you, gives you an idea, gives you perhaps a hint that that's not the right path for you, maybe you should start looking inside your heart and looking inside your mind and try to understand. You made an example, for example, for training or boxer. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not pursuing that career. I don't know what that means. But if I had to put myself in that situation, like as a boxer, you know, okay, guys, this is a very important thing that you have to remember. For everything, okay, you need to use your mind. For everything, there is a reason behind it. And in order to achieve something, you need to be rational. Okay, if I want to be a boxer, a famous boxer, okay, or if I want to be a very famous actress, what are the steps to do? The logical steps are: I have to go through a drama school, or I have to take top classes in order to train myself. And then what do I have to do in order to be an actress? I have to learn acting techniques. Then I have to apply as much as I can to auditions. Same thing is for boxing or anything else. If you want to be a doctor, you gotta study medicine 10 years. If you want to be a boxer, you need to train. You probably need to find a better trainer.
You need want it badly enough.
Yeah, if you want it badly. Also, this is something that I always say to everyone. It's something that I also wrote in my business, because I own my business in the entertainment industry. But this is something that I really suggest to everyone. There is a difference between when you want something and you need it. If you really are in love with your dream, with your aim, you must not want it. You must need it.
Yeah.
There is a difference, because when you're hungry, it's not that you want a plate of pasta. You need it because you're hungry. If you want to be a boxer, if you want to become a boxer, you must need it.
This is why I think a lot of the great athletes came from poverty, because they were fighting to live, to survive, to put food on their plate. They were driven to go down to pursue that career, to live, as you say. They needed it.
Yeah, guys, it's like also this is something that can help everyone. This advice, because it can guide you to understand what you really want. When I wanted to, when I went through a very dark time in my life, then one day I really looked inside my heart and I said, okay, I want to build something. When I built my business, when I founded my business, it was either I build something or die. Okay? So because I really needed it, then I needed to build something important for me.
Lucian, what's the business called?
Sorry?
What's the business called?
I can't hear you. Say again?
What's the name of the business?
It's Noosh Entertainment.
Noosh Entertainment. We're looking for a sponsor. We might have to do some business with you at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very happy to sit down with you guys. Maybe this Saturday.
Collaborate in some projects.
Do you sing yourself, Noosh?
Sorry?
Do you sing yourself?
Do you sing? Are you an entertainer?
No. I'm not an entertainer. I don't think I'm an entertainer, but I share talents mainly. So I'm very happy to share you guys if you wanna. Anyway, we'll talk about this. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that anyone who wants to achieve something in their life, just don't close your ears to the world, okay? And look inside your heart and try to. You have to take life and test and achievements like you're going to jump from a hill. Okay, life has a certain amount of years. Okay, we live a certain amount of years in this life. Don't listen to anyone who tells you, you're young, you have your whole life in front of you. It's bullshit. Because it doesn't mean anything. You build your life. You build your destiny. Okay? So because when you're 80 years old, life goes very fast. You're gonna look behind you and you're gonna say, I could have done that thing before. Okay?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
So that's my advice.
Listen, inspirational stuff. Thank you very much
anyway, guys,
for getting in touch. It's to be continued, huh?
It was really great talking to you. I really gotta go now, but I will call next time, and please think about the things we talked about, and don't be afraid to jump from that hill. Okay?
Hey, thank you very much.
Bye, Julian.
Thank you. Good night. That's Noosh in there.
That's Noosh Entertainment Limited, UK.
You were definitely entertained there.
Definitely.
She talked a lot of sense, actually.
Joking aside, without a doubt, made a lot of sense. Don't give up. Don't listen to the losers. Don't listen to the haters.
Don't give up, but tweak it a little bit. Don't keep doing the same thing. Keep trying, but try different.
Realise where you go wrong, correct
Yeah.
yourself, and go for the finishing line.
Exactly.
You are listening to The Late Show 95.6 FM. We are the people's voice, we are your voice. We always like to have guests in the studio regarding any subject, topic, anything that you wish to want to come in to talk about and highlight, which you think will benefit the community of Reading. We're more than welcome.
Or the world in general.
Or the world in general. Anything that you think would highlight and make us wiser and you think is of importance, please contact Yasser Ali, our producer. Without him, we are nobody. So get in touch with Yas on The Late Show. We also like you to go on Facebook and like The Late Show. Please like us, support us. We're here for you. You know, this is all voluntary, believe it or not.
Suggestions can be submitted on there.
Anything you like, any subject you want us to air, or you want a guest that you think we can target to get. We have a few shows in the pipeline with guests, inshallah, in the near future. We have a lot of things going on, buzzing around. Barbara Ali, the brother who was here earlier, has left, has things to go. I think he had to eat some eggs or something. But he'll, inshallah, be back with us again soon, highlighting and updating us on what's going on in the community. Anything else other than that? Tonight's subject, failure. It's been a great show, a few calls coming in. We'll keep going for a few minutes. I apologise for my croaky voice. I am ill. All the du'as and love and TLCs will be gratefully accepted. Thank you.
Hang in there, Soggy.
I am. I don't want to fail.
Oh yeah, we're in the championship rounds now. I've got another clip from Pro My MMA, from MMA fighter. Let's have a listen. It's a sportsman's view.
Yeah, I'm with Marshall, another teammate of mine who never fails. Yeah. But what does failure mean to you, Marshall, in a sporting context? We're calling David Moyes a failure because he came to United and they went from first last season to 7th this year.
Yeah.
What does failure mean in a sporting context?
Well, I feel like failure means sort of continuously failing to win, and over a period of time. So if you're always losing, and it's a losing streak rather than a winning streak, I feel that's probably failure. But I feel like.
But would the real failure be to stop?
Hello?
Live to air.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Yeah?
You're live on The Late Show.
Okay, my name is Sonia. I'm 55 years old.
So, how old, Sonia?
I'm 55.
55 years young.
50, yeah.
Glad to have you
55
listening,
years
Sonia.
young. Yeah.
What's your take on failure?
I believe we will fail in life, but nobody has to be a failure. Failing at a thing that doesn't make you a failure, you are only a failure when you quit.
Okay, so failure can be a verb but not a noun.
Okay, you can only fail in life when you actually quit trying.
Well said, well said.
Yeah?
What about David Moyes though? Because he was forced to quit. He was made. David Moyes, the football manager, he's been sacked for failing. So on a personal level, should he go on and manage another team and prove that he's good at managing football, or what do you say to him? His quitting has been enforced upon him.
Well, I think you can try again. That's what I'm saying. You only fail when you stop trying.
Yeah. Well said. I think we're close to a definition there.
We are very close to a definition. Definitely.
I appreciate you. Are you a long-time fan of The Late Show, or are you a
Definitely,
newcomer?
definitely. You're doing a good job.
We'd love to have you with us. I hope you will call again.
I will, definitely. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, that's a good definition there. It's you're only the failure when you stop trying. We cut Marshall short there to go straight to the call. Marshall was saying pretty much the same thing. Never give up. Never. We're going to pick it back up where we left off. But yeah, I think this is the common theme tonight. Don't give up. Don't give up.
And give up.
Never give up.
Yeah.
Because one day you just might get that win.
Yeah.
And then the failure wouldn't be failure. It would be a win.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. Yeah. All that hard work. Because I think that most people, they start off working, grafting, improving until they get to the point where they meet that point where they're like really at the top of their game. And then when they're at the top of their game, they might find an opponent or a team that might not match them on that day, and that'll be it.
There's always going to be someone out there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's always going to be someone out there you can defeat who has not trained as hard as you, who has not experienced the failures that you've experienced. So the failures you've experienced, you know, and a way of counteracting them and getting around them, and then
you learn from the mistakes.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, learn from mistakes.
Nice, well said. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's wise words from Marshall there. He's a great MMA fighter actually, and every time I spar with him, I feel like I'm failing. The guy's about a stone lighter than me, and he grabs me, picks me up, puts me on the floor every time. He's a very intense fighter, and obviously he's more experienced than me, but every time I work with him, I'm sharpening myself up, I'm gaining from his experience. So he might beat me and make me feel like I'm failing, but really I'm progressing. And Marshall, I appreciate sparring with you every time up at Pro My MMA in Feltham. Come and see us on a Monday night, and you will succeed. The first step is stepping through the door. Shall we go political, Soggy, before you keel over?
Yeah. I'll do my best to stick in.
It's alright, bro. Alright, let's go political. Political failure.
And so, in my State of the Union, or my speech to the nation, whatever you want to call it, speech to the nation.
You want to talk about failures? George W. Bush. How about that for a name, you know? That guy did not know what he was doing at all. Yeah, but you got to give it to him, though. He got in a position of power, and I guess you got to respect him for that. But as far as running a country, I'm surprised he could even tie his own shoelaces. I mean, seriously, come on. The guy was a joke, and I think he let down all of us Americans, all of us.
George Bush, was he a failure?
I see these Americans have a lot of pride. The thing they don't understand, all of their leaders are puppets. They want puppets which listen to the things they get told. You know, like string on the string muppets. You know, they wave when they get told to wave.
I mean, George Bush got a second term. He was re-elected. Apparently, that's something that his father didn't do. His father failed to get a second term.
Yeah, because you're going to get much thicker than a son, could you?
But his son did better than him. If we're to believe
because he got elected twice, didn't he? Because of whatever, I don't even know what goes through the Americans' minds when they're voting. To be honest with you.
Well, I think both elections were pretty suspect. But yeah, George Bush, he's gone on to be a successful artist. Have you seen his pictures?
No, he's
drawn some portraits of various world leaders.
I thought he was a businessman and a family business.
No, I don't know.
No?
I don't know what he was.
Who really
cares? As the caller said there, I think he let down the Americans. Where's our producer gone? He's failing us.
I think he's gone for a break.
We need the next clip. We're going to go from politics to from the sublime to ridiculous. All right, this is a veterinary call or view. See if you can work out what's going on here. I couldn't work it out when it was sent to me.
Good evening, it's Rashid speaking here. I recently failed at something at home. I won't go into detail, but my wife, she's not very happy. It's been 4 or 5 weeks since I was able to succeed, so we're both quite upset. But the next day, I had to take the cat to the vet to get the operation, and because of operation, the cat will never be able to succeed again. So actually, this makes me feel better. So I was thinking that, you know, if you see someone else who is failing more than you, it makes you feel better, and that's very good.
Rashid, whatever you're smoking, can I have some, please? I think it might help me.
Yeah.
I get the gist of what he's trying to say.
Well, you get the gist of it.
I get the gist of it. Why he would compare himself to a cat? Only he can answer that.
I don't know, but does his point of it makes you feel better to see someone else fail?
See, that's one of these negative people that you get in life, because he's a failure, and
he's failing. He's failing at something.
Well, like you said, his wife's not happy with him. So I mean, let's put 2 and 2 together and come out with 10.
Yeah.
But then because he sees the cat, what's the word I'm
having
looking
a medical procedure.
Yeah, the cat behaving like him and not succeeding either makes him feel happy. What a strange bloke.
Well, we've had stranger, but there you go. All right.
I think that's got to be in the top 3 of strange.
Top 3. All right, that was pretty okay.
He's happy. He's happy because the cat's not succeeding.
Poor cat. That's terrible.
That's 2 sad pussies there. That's very sad.
You're listening to the Late Show on 1M FM. We're going to go now to a mathematical problem. This might be Carol Vorderman. Let's have a listen.
I remember being at school, and there was this competition. It was a maths quiz, and I was quite confident in my abilities. And I remember I actually came last, and it actually made me really upset. Not because everyone else did better than me, but it was because I knew I didn't fulfill my potential. And for me, that was one of the most hardest things, knowing that I didn't fulfill my potential.
For not fulfilling your potential, is that the real failure?
That's self-failure, isn't it? That's setting yourself a target and not reaching it.
But how do you know your potential?
Because you know you can do better.
But don't you? Isn't when you fail, well, that was your potential. That's if you tried your best. Like Barbara said earlier on, if you prepare properly, that was as good as it was. Like these people that go on X Factor and give it a bash, and Simon Cowell laughs them out of the studio. That was as good as it got.
But yeah, gosh. Well, you can either sing or you can't you? I mean, I can sing, but in my bathroom. I'm not selling my records, am I? So
unless you try.
It's 15 minutes of fame, isn't it? You can go on there, look stupid, and be in the top 10 stupid people.
Yeah, get yourself on TV.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's about
people remember you for being dumbasses.
Yeah.
As one of the best failures.
Well, is it important to make the goals achievable then? Have you got to be reality?
Yeah, of course. Everything you do, you've got to be realistic.
Yeah. Well, we got a view on that now. I think it's submitted anonymously from Birmingham, from the dialect of English. Let's see if we can understand this.
Failure comes into a lot of things in life, but like I said, I mean, there's a lot of ways to overcome it, whether it be through expectations, aims, goals that you've set yourself. Make your goals and aims in life feasible. Stay humble.
Humble and realistic. Are you letting people down if you build them up and say, yeah, you can sing, go on X Factor, everyone will love you, and then as I say, it's a reality check. Should your goal, if you can't sing, should your goal be something else?
Okay, let me give you an example. You're a fighter, and I'm your mate, and I think you're terrible, and I egg you on, saying, no, Julian, you're great at this.
Well,
am I doing you any justice? If I'm your mate, I should be honest with you and say, look, this ain't for you.
Well,
what would you appreciate?
I think if you are a fighter, you should get yourself down to Pro My MMA Academy in Feltham every Monday night. But you can work on that. You can become better than you are.
Yeah, always. But this.
You can fight at your level, whether it's amateur like myself.
This is what the main. This is what your goal should be.
I'm not going to be a pro.
Bettering yourself. You know,
I'm not going to be a pro, but I can fight someone my weight, my experience, my ability, and do my best against them.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You know, what's the limit? Is sky the limit, or is you just wanting to better yourself? You know, in 6 months' time, for example, I go gym. My target is to lose a bit of. Show up would be amazing. Would be to lose some weight.
Yeah.
If I haven't lost weight in 6 months, what should I do?
You look like a guy who knows his way around the gym. Go around the back. Next time you should actually go through the front door.
No, but it depends how bad you want it, what goals you are. Realistically, in 6 months, I'm not going to lose 5 stones. I can set myself target. You know, target losing half a stone in 6 months. That's a realistic target for myself. And if I do that, I've achieved. If I haven't, I've failed. But that's setting yourself your own goals. But you know, I can better myself. Yeah, you know, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. If I set myself that target, realistically, if I go every other day to the gym, I can hit my target. But if I sit at home and think I'm doing myself justice, then it ain't gonna happen. Hence being 25 stones and counting.
So you're looking good on it, mate.
Oh, thank you.
It's all muscle.
Don't be fun. If I say 25, it makes me think, wow, you're good for 25. If I say 17, they say faggot. So it's how you portray yourself, isn't it?
It is. Well, we got a couple more clips. I think the next one is from the man himself. Whack it up very loudly, Yasser.
Let's hear from the man himself.
Quietly spoken.
Well, it's a great competition. We've really enjoyed it. There's no shame in getting out in the quarter-finals to Bayern Munich tonight because they are a good side and the players have played really well in it. So it shows the qualities we've got. We'll do that, we'll regroup and we'll start building towards being back in the competition again.
Do you remember that guy? There's no shame in going out in the quarter-finals to Bayern Munich. That's David Moyes there, trying to put a positive spin on a loss. He was one of the inspirations for the show tonight.
I totally disagree with that.
Go on.
Totally. Oh, I don't know whoever made the flyer what he was thinking. I would have put the people that employed him in the first place as failures.
Alex Ferguson made the decision, and he's the best manager.
Yeah, because he wanted himself look even better, didn't he?
Do you think so?
That's
why he did it?
Let's get this idiot in. It's going to make me look even better. It shows how great a manager I was.
What, that I made a terrible decision?
Why would you? No, but he's in the background, isn't he? Why would you employ someone with a track record of 10 seasons in the Premiership, having won nothing?
Do you think that's why Barbara Ali let me do the show for a few minutes? To make himself look good?
Why? I mean, it's out there. Why would you have? He was speaking to Man United's fans, the season ticket holders, a couple of my mates. They couldn't understand it.
Yeah, mysterious.
They couldn't understand it.
I don't. Yeah.
So the people in the process of interviewing people, they failed.
Yeah.
Not David Moyes. David Moyes ain't won nothing. What's he done at United? He ain't won nothing.
Very true.
And he's taken them higher than where he took Everton, so he's succeeded. Whereas in expectation,
Man United are 7th.
In expectation, say again?
Everton are 5th, Man United are 7th.
Yeah.
Let's get that right.
Okay. But
we got a caller on the way, producer. All right, we got a caller on standby. But David Moyes.
Not a failure.
We've got the first David Moyes defender.
The reason, I'm not defending David Moyes. I can't see where you would put him as a failure, where the man, as always, has his limitations. He's the top 8 manager, isn't he?
Well, let's find out if we've got an answer. We go live to possibly the last call of the night.
Please.
Who is this?
Yes, hello. It's for the radio station.
Yeah, you're live. Yes. You're live on air, sir. Who is this?
It's very nice. I play your station very many.
Yeah,
for many men. I play.
Many men. You got a lot of people listening.
Yes, very many times.
How many men have you got? With
it is. It is, yes. But You talk failure. How you say failure?
Failure.
This is very common for people around for basket for the for people. Basketball, basket, people, basket, drive, for things like this.
Basket
and
case.
Sorry, you understand?
Shut up, keep going.
Yeah,
Don't give
right.
up.
So for many times this is kind of failure in many ways. I don't mean to, like, people may listen, they get up very angry, but I think this is failure.
People, if they listen to the show and they get angry, that's a failure.
For many,
Yeah.
because at the same, it is like a tree,
Who's calling?
And,
What's your name, caller? Who are you?
My name is Trebolius.
Trebolius. I hope we haven't made you angry tonight, have we?
No, but it is very kind for people to say yes, and please and thank you.
Manners cost nothing. Yes.
For it, yes. But when you run, how you run? Is it run?
Yes.
Run, and you cannot find the right for a car.
Yeah, car.
For the right car you run, it is not the same. You cannot call this the same. No?
You got to have the right car. You don't want to.
For failure.
You don't want to fail an MOT test.
For failure is not MOT test. yes. For failure, MOT test. MOT test.
Exactly.
But yes. But it is for. But many times, for example, I see many times I see this example. Pigeons. Pigeons. They fly. They walk, and I don't mind them. But some people, they cry.
Yeah.
And this is not pigeon. This is not failure. Sorry. Pigeon. This is
what sounds like a dove's cry.
Yes.
Sounds like a song to me.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true. It's what sounds like for them.
Yeah.
And this is for me failure. This is for me failure.
I think we struggled all night to get a definition. And finally, at midnight, we've got one.
Right, for MOT,
yeah.
for many girls,
many men. Can I just say thank you very much?
Yes.
Cinque, I don't know if you understand that, but I sense
yes.
that you might.
No, very many. Yes.
Yes.
Because I for today I know you go, but today just bought new shoes. New shoes.
Congratulations.
And this is not the first time that the letter come from the council. So it's very lucky for me.
It's a double celebration. Congratulations on your letter, and thank you for calling. I hope you'll call again.
Yes. No, never. I won't. But thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Call again.
Never our warranties.
There you go. So I think that was. I'm out of breath.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
That's brilliant. We struggled all night.
That was an MOT failure.
It's an MOT failure, and we got one more. This might be the last one.
Oh no.
Hello, caller. Go out with a bang. Who's this?
It's Lorena.
Lorena. Go ahead. You are live to Reading and beyond. Have you got a definition of failure for us?
Hello? Anybody home?
Lorena? Lorinda?
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello?
We know you're there.
No, I think we failed there.
You can call any time.
I think the battery went dead.
We won't mind. Yeah, I don't know. We got one more clip. This is a recording of the commentary from a heavyweight championship fight. Let's listen to it, and it'll probably be self-explanatory. Let's have a listen. But after we take this call, hello caller, who's this?
Hello, it's Larida again.
Larida, go ahead.
Yeah,
Second time
Larida.
lucky.
No, I was just going to say
Larida.
that...
Is that Farida with an F?
Narida.
Larida with an F.
Farida. That's a very unique name.
Thank you. No, what I was just about to say was I think it's just important to remember that I don't believe there's any such thing as failure. I think failure is just life trying to move us in another direction.
This is obviously the first time you've listened to The Late Show.
Pardon?
This must be the first time you've listened then. If you don't believe in failure.
Pardon?
If you don't believe in failure, this must be the first time you've heard the show. Well, I'm joking,
No,
Frida. Go ahead. I'm interrupting you. Sorry.
Let the woman speak, yeah?
Yeah, you are interrupting. I said I do believe in failure.
Oh, you do?
I think at some point everyone in life is bound to stumble, and we will all fail at some point in our life. And I think when you do fail, it is important to remember that failure is only failure when you quit, basically. So, and I think that failure is just life trying to, like I said before I was interrupted, failure is just life trying to move you into a better direction. I think it's impossible to live life without failing, and if you live life too cautiously, you might as well have not lived life at all. So, that's what I believe.
But yeah, like I said earlier, Frida, you have to be down to enjoy the ups. In life, you go through. Not every day is a bed of roses, and we go through life where we stumble. And there's obviously how we get up and react to falling down that counts. So you got to feel the pain in order to enjoy the good times in life. This is what it is.
That's what I kind of just said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I totally agree with you.
Oh, fantastic!
And
it's a great show, though.
Well, tune in every week. We're here every Wednesday from 9:30.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. We're on Facebook on The Late Show 95.6. You can like us there, join in. And if you're local and you want to come into the studio and air any concerns, you're more than welcome. If you've got any friends that want to come in, we're here for the Reading public generally, to be honest with you, and we like to highlight things that are letting our people down in the community. And if you've got anyone inspirational that can uprise the youth, we always target the youth and want to educate the youth that there is a better life and prospects out there. Don't, hence the title, don't be a failure. There's nothing to be failed about. Just kick yourself up and go again, dust yourself down and keep going. So this is what we're about. Thank you for your call, very much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Sorry for interrupting you. You put it very well.
No worries, wise words.
I hope you call again. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye bye.
There goes Frida. There. That's a bit of sanity injected into the show after the pigeon. The midnight pigeon. I don't know what that was.
What she said is exactly what we've been highlighting all evening.
She put it very well.
Yeah, the way she put it was amazing.
Yeah.
Why it took to midnight, I don't know, but
I don't know. They come out at night.
Can we just play the last?
Okay, the last clip. It's a somber moment, and you'll realise why when we play it. But let's have a listen.
And we're going out with it.
In ring center, and Larry Holmes is the heavyweight champion of the world. He didn't fight spectacularly. He didn't know what Ali had left, if anything. He fought carefully, and he fought wisely, and he fought well. For Muhammad, he must face the final curtain.
That's life. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May.
That's life. That was Muhammad Ali losing the world title for the final time. One of the greats,
Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes defeated him. Larry Holmes cried about having to beat his hero, and Muhammad Ali failed to cling on to the heavyweight championship. But was he a failure? I mean, we've been talking about all the failures and when you fail, try again. Muhammad Ali couldn't try again. He was at the end of his career. He shouldn't have gone on that long. The guy was in the ring with the early stages of Parkinson's. I mean, how?
Well, he got voted the best athlete of the 21st century. So
he is. Yeah,
So with a title like that,
he is the greatest.
End of story, isn't it? The greatest.
Does a loss like that detract anything from his legacy?
No, he had to fight for money.
Yeah, that's another sad.
That was another sad. Yeah, well, I won't go into that. This has been The Late Show. The last words I want to leave with Julian this week.
Thank you, Soggy. The words I'll use are boxing for Syria. I'm still promoting it. I still need your support there. We want to succeed with that. Thank you very much to everyone who's contributed already. Thank you very much to anyone who called tonight, whether you were talking about pigeons or you were sharing your own stories about failure or not failing. Thank you to Amir, the British silver medalist. Thank you to everyone who sent me clips on WhatsApp. I really do appreciate anyone that contributes to this show.
It's good to interact.
We've got such an opportunity to have a show once a week, and I really think we need to fulfill its potential. So keep supporting us, keep listening, promote it, share the link every Wednesday night. And this has been The Late Show. We were here, we're gone. Laters.
Hopefully we haven't failed you. Inshallah, next week, same time, 10 o'clock, 95.6 FM. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Perfect, Soggy.